Okay, guys, moving on to the next thing, which is driving in the Philippines. You can get a driver's license in the Philippines. I know if you have a license from the United States, you go to the LTO, you present that driver's license to the window lady at window 7, I think, and she'll ask you where your physical is, and you'll tell her, I didn't know I needed one. And she'll say, well, you go over here and you get a physical and come back and see me again. So you go next door to, it's not part of the LTO, but it's right next door to the little physical office. You give them 500 pesos and they do an eye exam. That's the physical. So once you get that, you're going to spend probably 10 minutes there. Once you get that, you go back to the lady at window number 7, present her the 2 things that you have there, and she will say, okay, have a seat. And probably 15 minutes later, they'll call you back up there, take your picture, and fingerprints, and say, go have a seat. And then probably 30 minutes later, they'll call you back up there, and they will give you a piece of paper. Oh, I'm sorry. After you pay, they will give you a piece of paper, receipt type thing, with a Xerox of a driver's license on it. It looks like a driver's license, but it's a Xerox. And they'll say, here's your driver's license, and because we don't have any laminate cards to print your driver's license out on. And you say okay, and you take your paper and you go away. And then you wait and wait and wait, and they tell you they'll mail it when they have it ready, usually a month maybe. 4 months later, we got tired of waiting and weren't doing anything one day, and we said, well, let's go back to the LTO. So went over there and they said, oh, we mailed it. They couldn't find the address. It's okay. Well, we're here now. Can I get it now? Yes, you can. So after, 3, 4, 5 different offices, finally got the laminated card, just like a regular California license or something like that. And there you go. You're all set, good to go. And the thing lasts like 5 years, I believe. I'd have to look. I know it's a pretty long time. But getting back to the driving part, when I first came here, we did the jeepney and the trike, and I couldn't do it. I can't get in and out of the trikes. Everything here is made for small people. I'm not a small people. I'm a bigger people. And everything is so small and so low to the ground. Even the furniture is very low to the ground and small. So we went and bought a 2012 Hyundai Accent 4-door, nice car. Looks good, drives good. I think we put an alternator on it, and I know we put tires on it. So that's about it. Had it about almost 2 years, and started driving it. Because we would go to Pasig and over to Ortigas and Manila, all around. And after a while, I just couldn't do it anymore. Your nerves are absolutely destroyed by the time you get somewhere. And then you got to drive back. So, twice. And the biggest problem is, there are traffic laws here. There's no, in other countries, like in the United States, California, Florida, wherever, you saw people running around in cop cars, pulling people over for this violation, that violation. Not here. You see cop cars go by, and the whole time they're driving, they have the lights on, emergency lights. I don't understand that. They're not going anywhere. They're just driving. And I've never, ever, never once, never in 2 years seen a vehicle pulled over. Never. Never. And the habits of the people driving, say, the jeepneys and the trikes and the scooters, a lot of people should be pulled over and given tickets, but they're not, and that's why they drive like they do. The mentality is me first, and yeah, it's going to be me first. And that's mainly with the scooters, because you'll be driving down a 2-lane road, and there's a scooter on both sides of you, one at this door and one at that door. And you're driving in the lane in traffic coming the other way, and there's a scooter on both sides of you. And not just one, they're lined up. They're just, so you're making a 3-lane road out of 1 lane, but 2 lanes of scooter. So it's a little nerve-wracking. And we've had our mirrors hit on our car numerous times. Once by a bicycle. That was pretty funny. A bicycle ran into it. So, and the majority of the trikes and jeepneys, there's no lights. None. No brake lights, no turn signals, no headlights. And I don't understand these jeepneys, because they stop right in the middle of the road. They will stop in the middle of the road to let people off and on. And the people load on the back of these things. And I wonder, how do they not get killed more often with people slamming into the back of them? Because there's no brake lights. They'll be driving along full speed and then just slam on the brakes. And heaven help you if you hit them, because it's going to be your fault. Even if they don't have brake lights, it's your fault. If you hit a scooter that's riding next to you, if you go to turn and he's there and you didn't notice him and you hit him, it's your fault. If you hit a trike, and these trikes will pull flat out in front of you and look right at you and just don't care, because they know if you hit them, it's your fault. And they don't have any lights, no turn signals, no brake lights, no headlights. Even the jeepneys, no brake lights, no headlights. So, that's pretty rough on the nerves, to be honest with you. So that's why now, when we're in Passig, the car sits in the lot where we rent, and we use a Grab. We'll take Grab everywhere. Very relaxing. I'm not all tense and everything driving. And we usually get a 6-seater, which is like a Toyota Avera. It's a small van, because they get the rear air and all that. Very comfortable. And you just sit back there and BS with the wife and let them do the driving. And reasonable price. So that's what we do. When we come to the province, we'll drive the car here, because we're going south, away from all the cities. And when we get here, we'll park it in the garage, and then we'll drive the Suzuki, the Vitara, the 4-wheel drive that we bought for here. And we bought it because this is all clay. No paved roads in our subdivision. And when it rains, clay and rain don't go together. So that's what we use here. So anyway, that's just my story on driving here. And got any questions, let me know. Any advice, let me know. Call me stupid, I know that. But let me know. And we'll talk to you later.